Tonight, the weekend games, teams preparing, and the first football game of the season is just a week away. We start tonight in Martha's Vineyard, the cross-country team out on the island, and they're running for their first meet of the season. The team's getting out there, doing what they need to do, and when it mattered most, a major improvement from last year, the future of the program, and more. We have the full recap of the Vineyard coming up next. And volleyball continues their very good season, 2-1 after the first week of competition. 3 more games this week. What's next for the team and how can they go forward? Plus we recap their 2 games, including a win. In other news, it's the boys soccer team, another tough loss, but they could be turning the corner this week. We'll look at that in a few minutes. And the football team, now just 4 days away from their first football game of the season against Concord Carlisle Friday night under the lights at home. What can we expect from a game that is always so competitive? And then the national sports tonight. Tariq Hill arrested in front of his stadium. Not really arrested, placed in handcuffs. What the heck's going on with that? How is Jeff Darlington getting this one again too? And the Patriots, they won? Yeah, I'm not even joking.
From Shepherd Hill Regional High School, this is Shepherd Hill Sports Zone with Cameron Simpson.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for being with us on this Monday evening. We're sorry for the late release. A lot to get done over these last few days, and it's a busy week for sure, not only in athletics, but as well here at Shepherd Hill. There's just so much going on, and if you can get out to an athletic event, we strongly encourage it because there is anything from golf to volleyball to soccer to the big football game, which we're sure we'll have so many of you there this week. So get out there, get in that mood and supporting all of our teams. We want to start tonight on the cross country. I mean, I call it a path, I call it the field because they run about everywhere you can imagine. That includes Martha's Vineyard. Athletes woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get on their bus. And they probably even woke up early, some of them. They got on that bus and they made the long trek over there and were able to run and were able to go quite successfully. So let's look at this. Well, it was fun on a number of levels for the team. It was a long day. 5:15 bus departure. They arrived back after 8 p.m. But the players engaged thoroughly, according to Coach Harmon. It was the freshman 3K race that started it off that day. Ryder Finley, who has been very impressive in practice, according to Coach, during the preseason, he got 14th place with an 11:41.60. Put him just outside of the top 10 freshman 3K times. Gavin Sad also had a great performance as a freshman. That was his first ever high school race with a 14:35. For the girls, it was Abby Akakeen with a 7th finish. Sorry, that was 7th grader Abby Akeen working her way through the field and got at least 7 or 8 girls on top of that. So a very great job and won her first ever medal in a race. In the JV race for the guys, Thomas Kennan keeps improving, according to Coach Harmon. Really hard work this summer. He logged the miles and more work on the hill. And in his first 5K race, he ran a 22:39. In his first 5K of the year as a sophomore, Thomas crushed his personal best by nearly 40 seconds, running a 21:59 and was the #1 JV racers. On the girls' JV, it was Julia Gard who made her cross-country debut with an impressive race after making the decision to run cross-country near the end of the school year last season. Julia put the work in over the summer, prepared her, and her hard work has paid off. She ran a strong 27:8. Julia is now just scratching the surface of her capability, according to Coach Harmon. Then it was the varsity race for the boys, and there's so many great athletes to talk about on this race. The course is flat, but a sneaky hard with a lot of turns, some difficulty footing with sand and roots and rocks. So it's a tough course to get on. The team finished 14th place last year, and they kept each other going. Now, the team today finished 7 points better with a 7th place finish overall in this very deep field of talented players. 1 to 5 runners with a 2:30. The gap between second and fifth was only 57 seconds. Great work for them. Then it was senior captain Megan Stevens for the girls varsity team, who ran up pain-free and strong from the start to finish for the first time in a long time for her. And the point yesterday was not running fast, but with Coach Fosse's encouragement to run a conservative first mile and start picking off runners along the way. Megan excited to be back for sure. Well, the team, they ended the day at the beach and they took a team picture, which you can see right here, and they got that on that ferry, probably barely staying awake, and I'm sure some people caught some Z's on that bus ride home, and so that is great. The first dual meet is Wednesday at Algonquin. They'll be there at about 4 o'clock. Incredible job, and big congratulations to the track team for their work at Martha's Vineyard. Excited to see the improvements. There's always so much that happens on that team throughout the season. Switching gears to the gym and volleyball with 2 games this week, including a loss. Let's start with the win. They played Fitchburg, and it took a 3-0 set win, 25-14, 25-16, and 25-8. Now this is the team's second victory this season after a big win versus Tantascwa. Now, unfortunately, they did also have a loss this week. That loss was against Groton Dunstable. They lost 3-1. But the win against Fitchburg this week is a busy one. North Middlesex, Wachusett, and Keefe Technical High School. They play 2 of those against North Middlesex and Keefe at home. Wachusett is on the road for this week. And boys soccer faced off against Sutton on Saturday. Now the Sutton team heading into this game versus Shepherd Hill had a record of 2-0, while the Rams had a record of 0-2. Shepherd Hill had one of their better games of the season, only letting up 3 goals for 3-0 loss. Now they look to turn around the season this week with a game on Tuesday versus Groton Dunstable. Groton Dunstable is 1-0-2 this year. Then they play Marlborough on Thursday. Marlborough is 1-1. So 2 competitors that are well within the realm to win both games on the Shepherd Hill turf. We hope to see you there. All right, now to the final story of our Shepherd Hill day today. The boys varsity football team gets onto the field on Friday. Now, this is obviously a very exciting time of year, and the game is at home. And make sure you get out there, because this will be the last home game you'll be able to go to until the end of October. They'll play on the road for 3 straight games. So make sure you get out there today to watch this, on Friday to watch that game. They're going to play Concord Carlisle in that game. And obviously, we hope to see them there. Shepherd Hill Sports Zone will be live. Our show live from the Shepherd Hill turf. Yeah, you heard it right. We'll be filming right there on Friday. So make sure to tune in for that and plenty more. We hope to see you as well at the game, because we will be live on the field for that game as well. And finally tonight in the national sports, you might have heard it yesterday, especially if you was in your fantasy league, it may have sparked your interest. Tyreek Hill was handcuffed outside a Hard Rock Stadium hours before his opening game of the season. According to the reporting from Jeff Darlington, mind you, Jeff Darlington also was the one that reported on Scotty Scheffler's arrest. Hill was been pulled over for speeding. He got into a verbal altercation with the officer, and that's when the officers took him to the ground and placed him in handcuffs. Now, Hill has not really commented on the incident, saying that he hopes to become a police officer one day, also stating that he has much respect for the police, but he wants to use this as an opportunity to educate people further. Now, the police department side, the union spoke out today. The officer who was involved has been placed on administrative leave as the Miami-Dade County Police Department looks into this incident. On a lighter note, the New England Patriots, well, they were victorious. I know, who had this? I had them in a knockout pool. I hope you didn't have them, because if you did, it was a short-lived thrill. But it was a 6-point win for the Patriots after a scoreless first quarter. The Patriots putting up 10 on the star-studded Bengals team. The Bengals bounced back in the third, but the Patriots holding their own with a field goal. And in the fourth quarter, just field goals for each. The Bengals now have not won a playoff game for a first season opener for the 4 years in a row. Holy smokes, that was a tough one to get through. All right, as always, it's great to have you starting your week with us. We hope that you will end your week with us on Friday. We'll be over at the Shepherd Hill football field if all goes according to plan with a live show. And of course, we'll be there that evening, so make sure to tune in then as well. Until then, have a great week. Good luck on any tests. Good luck on all the games. And make sure to be here on Friday. Good night.
Thanks for watching Shepherd Hill Sports Zone, the only place for Rams sports news.